Katie. I'm going to talk to you about a campaign that I'm co-running with a wonderful group of women called Armpits4August. On Sunday just gone, we did an action in central London where we pit-wigged the disappointingly small number of female statues in London. We attached pom-poms to their armpits, or sometimes their elbows when we couldn't actually attach it to their armpits, and tagged the statues with great big Armpits4August tags. So the campaign is based around body hair activism, but it also seeks to raise awareness of PCOS, which is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. It's also trying to bring attention to a much broader debate about body hair on women, and really how women don't ever have body hair, even though we do all actually have body hair. So the link between PCOS and body hair is that one of the symptoms, although not for all women with PCOS, one of the possible symptoms is excess body hair, particularly in places that might be associated with male hair growth. So particularly on the face, moustache, on the neck or the chest, sometimes on the stomach, the snail trail. Obviously, in a society where all of our images of women are completely hairless, except obviously on your head, this symptom can be particularly distressing for women with PCOS. But kind of there's a bigger question than that, in that as a woman you don't have to have PCOS to have hair on your face or on your neck or your lip or your chest, or any of these other apparently really weird, freaky, hairy lesbian places that you might have hair. So another issue as well is just how ridiculously time consuming and expensive it is to remove all your body hair. You effectively get suckered into a system that is there to make you hate yourself whilst making you pay for that privilege. And so I'd been thinking about these things for a while, and I decided to stop removing all of my body hair. And different bits of it I found more or less easy, but on the whole I was pretty surprised at how hard it is. Different circumstances made a massive difference. So, for example, I'd been properly hairy for quite a while, and I found myself working in a fairly posh gastropub as a waitress, and in that situation I realised that I couldn't keep my hairy pits anymore, because there's lots of kind of reaching and stretching and stuff, and lots of occasions when people might see that I had hairy pits. And in that situation as a waitress, my being female is already so present. People seem to think it's part of your job, that you're there to be objectified, looked at, touched, whatever. And I felt I couldn't add something else to that already pretty rotten mix. So I removed it, but kind of felt really sad about it. I thought that if there was something as well known as Movember, in that situation I might have felt more confident to keep my pit hair, because the first comment I might get would be, oh, are you doing, say, Armpits4August in this instance? And depending on my mood, depending on the particular situation, on the particular person talking to me, I could be like, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Or I could be like, no, fuck you, I've just got hairy pits. But it provides a space where those things can happen, and it provides you a way out in the situations where you feel less confident, or on the days where it feels less okay. The other thing is that I have PCOS, and when I was growing out my body hair for the first time, I found myself in the really strange situation where I was being a big, strong feminist, and I was growing out my body hair, and it was kind of scary, but it also felt really good and quite empowering on some levels. And I was doing that, but felt every bit the need, and maybe even more, to remove any of the hair that I felt counted as abnormal or atypical for women. We just have such a fucked up idea about women and body hair. So Armpits4August is asking women to grow their underarm hair or any other body hair that they want to for a month during August, to try out what it's like to have body hair, to keep body hair as a topic on the agenda, as something to talk about, to provide a space for women who in other circumstances wouldn't feel like they were able to grow the body hair. There will obviously still be women who, even with the kind of, you know, excuse of Armpits4August, still wouldn't feel able to grow their body hair, and there are very good reasons for that. If you're a woman who feels like you're at least vaguely supportive of the idea but feel so uncomfortable with choosing to grow out your own body hair, it would be great to hear your voice as well, and it's a space as well to talk about all the reasons why you feel you can't, as well as, you know, those who feel able to grow it out and show it off and feel proud, and work on self-love and respect and all of these things that are really important but so many women don't really feel or have access to. I guess I'm also keen to stress that it's in practice less about whether you decide in the long run to remove your body hair or not, and much more about the fact that most women presently remove their hair and have done since it appeared, and have never really made an active choice about whether they're removing the body hair or not. And if at the end of August you go, yeah, fine, I did it, it was something new, but I really fucking hate it, shave it all off, that's fine. So I feel like there's so much more that I could and probably should have said in this video, but if you haven't already, you should check out all of the other Those Pesky Dames videos on body hair, if you want to hear some more of the reasons or in more detail about why it's obviously a feminist issue. And then if you're interested in our campaign at all, please come check out our website, send us your questions, tell us why you're going to grow your hair, or tell us why you feel like you can't. We're also on Facebook, you can find us there, and on Twitter, and the links should appear on the screen in a minute. Because we live in a society where women are shown to have absolutely no body hair, all women, but especially women with PCOS who have hirsutism as a symptom, feel or easily feel particularly freaky and fed up and messed up and self-loathing about these things, and there isn't really a good reason for that to be the case, and we'd like to try and change that bit by bit. So if you're interested, come visit us and let us know what you think. Thanks, bye.